I think why being involved in community advocacy through the Community League and just through our wider community of Edmonton is so important is you can really make a big difference for building the type of place that you want to call home.
I've been involved in my own community league since the early 90s, and I've been involved with the Federation's Planning and Development Committee since about the year 2000.
So I've held quite a number of roles on my Community League board, as well as just a regular Community League volunteer, things ranging from the publicity committee chairperson to starting up and leading the local playgroup, to vice president, to leading the charge on Scona Pool advocacy, as well as our neighborhood renewal program advocacy, so that we could use the program to better our neighborhood. I think one of the reasons District I is known for its advocacy is because there has been so much change happening here, particularly over the last 10, 20 years. And part of that is because it's an established area of the city, and also Edmonton has seen a lot of population growth and a lot of change in the mix of Edmontonians here. And so this area has really had to adapt to change and sort of forge the path forward for Edmonton.
We've advocated for the separated bike lanes on 106th Street, 76th Avenue. We've advocated for 109th Street to turn it into a more walkable corridor.
So I've advocated for a number of important issues in the district, one of them being saving Scona Pool from closure, and that was a huge effort from a lot of different stakeholders, including community leagues.
We've advocated for a lot of things, but the one that we're currently, it's currently top of mind and currently we're working on is the Scona Pool / Rolling Miles Rec Center. So along the way, we've started working on, with the city, on developing a plan for a small recreation center in Rolling Miles District Park that would replace Scona Pool, would have a pool, a larger pool than the one that's over there at, attached to Scona High School right now. And it would also have a gym, a multi-purpose room, a little bit of a place for exercise equipment. It is a small footprint rec center. As you can tell from my description of it, it's very compact. It's not like the large ones that the city's been building recently, like the Terwilliger one or the one they're planning to build at Lewis Farm. It's a very different kind of rec center, and it's the kind of thing that could be replicated kind of anywhere as population grows or as facilities, older facilities wear out.
And that model of small local can then be transposed to other areas of the city that are facing the same issues that we are here in the Queen Alexandra Strathcona District I area. We're asking people to move into these neighborhoods potentially without a vehicle or without another vehicle because they can access everything they need without one. They can walk and bike and transit to work, to school, to their entertainment, to their extracurricular activities, all of that. And if the only thing they need a vehicle for is to access their rec center, because the only place we're building them is way on the outskirts of the city rather than renewing the ones that were there when they moved in, fighting for the life of Scona Pool and eventually replacing it with that small scale model that can be used both in District I and within other areas of the city is so vitally important to Edmonton's ability to thrive in our neighborhoods in the future.
Community leagues are a great organizational structure for advocacy because they represent the whole, the whole community, and you get a collection of community leagues that are next to each other. Then you have a larger body, and it's geographically based.
So the other thing that's really important about advocacy within your community is when you're making something better for your own community, you're actually making something better for the rest of Edmonton too. Because Edmonton itself only gets stronger and only gets better as our communities get better and stronger and more connected.